Yes, guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, an update on the Three-Man Network game. Now, we hoped to conclude the season 133. I hoped to do it today, but that didn't materialise. So hopefully, all being well, touch wood, it will be concluded tomorrow. And I'm going to give you the heads up now on just how fucking ridiculously epic it looks. Because you couldn't script this shit. Let me give you a really quick recap on this. It's my first season in the top flight with Manchester City, having brought them from Division 2, Division 1 to the Premier League. Ian is the current champion of England with Man United, back-to-back. He's looking for a hat-trick. And Pep, Southampton, hasn't won the title in 25 years. And then, of course, you've got Chelsea, my old club, who are always going to be a force. They still brag a very strong squad, very strong individual players that we're all certainly keeping track of, keeping tabs on if they come available. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Why is that like that? Let's just do that. Okay. Not sure why that's done that, but okay, not to worry. Okay, are you ready for this? There you see. Pep should be coloured in, but don't worry about that. So, 90, 84, Chelsea 84, Man United 83. It's crazy. I mean, Ian, I keep saying Matt. Ian's got a game in hand, so he can go to within 4 points. We have got 3 league games to go. It is an absolute crazy finish to the season. So I've got Crystal Palace at home. I'd be confident. I've then got to go to Lincoln, Man United entertain Watford, Southampton entertain Brentford. Obviously, we can't exclude Chelsea, of course. Man United have got to go to Brentford, entertain Leicester on their game in hand. Southampton are at Cardiff, and the last game of the season, Southampton go to Spurs. That won't be easy. Man United go to Wolves. That won't be easy. And I entertain Sunderland. I'm saying won't be easy for Wolves because Wolves are in the UEFA Cup final where they will meet me for the second year running. Bizarrely, I meet Wolves in the UEFA Cup final. Meanwhile, in the Champions Cup, it looks like it could well be Man U, Southampton in the final. But as you can see, they would have both wanted AC Milan. Ian got his wish. Pep's going to have to do it the hard way. He's going to have to take out Chelsea in order to go to the final. It's crazy, isn't it? It's fucking crazy. I mean, Ian won it last year, and the year before, Pep was in the final against Chelsea and lost. I don't think you can still quite believe that. And real quick one, the FA Cup final consists of me and Pep. We will contest the FA Cup final, which is bizarre. It really is bizarre. Yeah, it's going to be quite an end to the season, I feel. I really do feel it's going to be quite an end indeed. I think we've all got something to play for. The League Cup, Ian had already won very convincingly. You see right there against Southend. And in terms of the history of the League Cup, that is his 3rd on the bounce, his 7th in 8 years. But the bottom line is, right, the bottom line is Pep, it will be 25 years, shall I say, sorry, that Pep hasn't won the title if he fails to do it. So it's 24 years. So, I don't know. I don't know who I'd rather see win it if I don't. Would I rather see Pep win it? Would I rather see Ian win it or see Chelsea win it? I don't think I'd want Chelsea to win it because I don't want AI to win it. I don't want Ian to win it because I don't want him to have 3 in a row and make an assault on a record that we both have, which is 5 in a row. So I guess Pep. Who knows? But at the end of the day, fuck them all. It needs to be me. In terms of myself, I have got players arriving. We've got a lot of offers in for players. In fact, I'm going to quickly come off that. Don't want no stream sniping fuckers. Yeah, we've got some good players coming, but to be honest with you, I'm not so worried about that. It's just really a case of focusing on the last few games. I'm not really, if I'm truly honest with you, I will happily surrender the UEFA Cup, surrender the FA Cup in order to win the league. Now, let me remind you, the UEFA Cup, if we win it in December, it is every 2 years on an odd year number. It is the World Club Cup. Now, of course, winning the UEFA Cup will put me into that because I won it last year, but we were on an even year. Let me remind you then that Pep and Ian, assuming one of them win the Champions League, they will also be in it. It's very rare. I think it's only ever happened twice where I've won the UEFA Cup. So, very bizarre. a certain Colombian striker. Well, he's done it again, hasn't he? Maybe not quite as prolific as usual, but it's insane, isn't it? It really is absolutely insane. 47. I mean, he's obviously had a lot more games for me this season than what he did last season from after he signed. But the guy's a fucking machine. He really is an absolute machine. That being said, my backup strikers are very, very good. I've missed Hasselbank. I've really missed him. He's been injured for a long time. We've brought in Maximiliano Bazon, an ex-player that we used to have at Chelsea. We brought him in for under £10 million. I can't remember if I've shown you this guy, Yaya Toure, I believe. But we've got some strikers really ready to step it up. So Arias going after this season, maybe, potentially, who knows? Because, you know, we've still got what I believe is Lewandowski region. I believe that's Lewandowski region. So we have got a good setup. I mean, let me show you. Now, I don't know if this was on the last update, but I did bring in one player in an exchange from Pep. So you could argue, why would I make a deal with Pep? I got rid of Lazic, which I believe is a Vidic region. Has a very high disciplinary rating. So, cost me a lot. I was happy to let him go, but it had to be the right deal. It was always going to have to be the right deal. And I got the deal that I wanted. And that was, bearing in mind, Pep had already sold me that crazy goalkeeper. That weren't the deal I got. But the guy that arrived was that Spanish keeper. And, very, very surprisingly for me, the Ronaldo region. Very shocked that Pep was happy to put him as part of the deal. But he obviously is not available to play in various games because he was cup tied here and there. So next season will be a big season for Daniel Vitor. Massive season. Let's have a quick gander at Ian and a couple of his best performers so far this season. Who I believe is Romelu Lukaku region, has been absolutely relentless. 53 goals in 36 starts. He's been brilliant. I have actually got a deal in with Ian for a player. We fired up the game earlier on, hoping that Pep would come online and didn't. Ian listed a player. I've put in a bid. You could argue that he's 30. He's going to be 31. I hope to get 1 year out of that guy. If I can get 1 year out of him, it'll be, I'll be happy. But I am a little bit sceptical that Ian fucks around a little bit. He'll suddenly change his mind. He'll suddenly say, actually, I'm not going to sell him. And that will piss me off because you should know instantly if you're happy to sell a player to me. I get it. If he didn't want to sell him to me, or if he wanted an exchange, I would totally get that. But I'm just a little bit apprehensive. Solid left back there. Look at that. He really is solid. And of course, another left winger there. That is the Ribéry region. Look how well he's done. And bear in mind, Ian don't use wingers. He plays him out of position, and it just shows, don't it? Quick gander at Pep then, and Pep's best player so far this campaign, Memic. That is not the Zeko region, I don't believe, but he has been Pep's best player. Remember that guy, Olaf Kune, my ex-player at Chelsea, and he's really come up trumps. It's probably been one of his better seasons. Yeah, look at that. Fonseca, he's getting on though. I mean, to be fair, I sold this guy to Pep for an exchange deal a couple of seasons ago. To be fair, he hasn't. I don't feel Pep's got a stronger squad as Ian, if I'm truly honest with you. But who knows? I think Pep beat. Sure, he beat Ian someone. So he lost to me 2-0. No. There you go. Don't know what the fuck happened there. I'm sure he beat him. No, they drew, didn't they? The very first game of the season, 1-1. That was it. He got knocked out of the League Cup to me, 1-0. He lost in the league to me, 3-1. He's had a really bad run against us. And I think that's Pep's story, really. Let's have a quick gander at Chelsea then. Obviously, AI, they're all playing 4-4-2. But Osterberg, we're all tracking him, of course. The Zlatan region. Sanchez, I don't know who he's a region of, but look at him. And this is why they're up there, you see. This is why, not so much him. This is why they're a force, even on 4-4-2. So, that is where we're at then, as we come to the closing stages of season 133 on Yet another epic game. I know I call all my network games epic games, but come on, you've got to put that under legendary, surely. Season 133. It's an odd year, so we're not going to have any Euros or World Cup. Just to remind you, Ian is Germany. Let's have a quick gander where he is in the... Oh, of course, and Pep is Sweden. And they're in the same group. I would expect them both to qualify for the Euros, 21-48 Euros. So that will be interesting. Do you know what I think will be really interesting? Is when we get to the 21-66. That I always just think, you know, it'll be like that sort of anniversary of England. You know, we all say, don't we, the World Cup 1966. I think 66, but I don't think that'll be a that won't be a World Cup though, will it? It'll be Euros. Okay, enough of me rambling. If you want to know anything about this game, guys, do fire a question down below. And if you want to critique anything, fire away. I can't guarantee I'm going to accept it, but until next time from me, guys, take it easy.